Alright, today we are going to feed Arnold, and hopefully he won't climb out on me right here because he is really hungry. You can see he knows what's going on, he smells it. I'm going to try to stay out of his way because he's a big boy. He's getting big. He's for as young as he is. He's getting big, so I'm going to put this rat in there. So I'm going to put this rat over there. Let Arnold go find it. Here it comes. It's going to be over with in just a second. Y'all don't blink or you'll miss it. Now look at that. Watch this. His head's already right. Oh, he took it off. I was about to say, he's gonna have it, his head right in his mouth. He did have it. He'll get it. He'll have to look around. He'll have to, like, I know that was around here somewhere. Let me look everywhere else but where I'm going first. Let me look everywhere else besides what I need to get. And then finally I'll turn around and go find what I just had right in my mouth. I'll find it later after I check out every direction other than the one that I'm supposed to go to. It is kind of strange how snakes will look around all over the place before they finally find the head. But most snakes do exactly what he's doing. Kind of a weird ritual they go through. See, he's checking out every nook and cranny before he finally comes back. And see, he might not be through. He might not bite it right yet. He's still looking around. Yeah, he might get it now. He's right there where it should be. But he might not yet, you know. He's not through looking around. He's got to go look and see, smell the butt first. Yeah. But that's the ritual that snakes go through. They like to, most of them will. If you ever watch a snake eat, they go through the same exact ritual right here. Kind of weird. That's a medium-sized rat. And it looks small. I'm looking for a new location, and when I get to the new location, because right now I raise my own mice and my own rats, but when you get the snakes that are bigger, like this one, and I have that boa constrictor, she's pretty big already too. She's gonna get big, and a couple other things that are gonna get pretty large. I'm gonna need to be feeding them. You know, I'll maybe go through guinea pigs. Guinea pigs are so messy. So they need an outside enclosure, and then maybe rabbits. Move on to rabbits. But that's a little bit later. I know this guy's growing fast, but it'll still be at least a couple or 3 years before he's big enough to eat a big old, like a big rabbit. He's already big enough to eat a baby rabbit. Little rabbit. There we go. And you can see that you're not even going to be able to see a lump in that snake when he gets through swallowing that rat. But I do have a very large male rat. He is huge. And I almost was going to feed him today. But I had a couple of female rats that they needed to be bred. The problem is once you have a male rat and they get over a year old, year and a half old, if you're not careful, they'll start eating babies. And once they start eating babies, you can't keep them in with the females because they'll eat your babies, and that kind of sucks. And once they get a taste for it, they'll keep eating babies. And you got to separate them. And me, I'm raising up another male to replace him. And once he gets big enough to where I think he's breeding size, which is close, I'll replace him, and I'll have to feed that big old boy, because he's a big dude. And I know Arnold, he's already big enough to eat a full-grown male rat. So that'll probably, hopefully, be a good video when that comes around. I'll make sure I record it for y'all. So y'all like and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss things like these snakes growing up. I always buy my snakes, most of my animals, period, I get as babies, because I like to raise everything from a baby and watch it grow up. Very rare will I get something that's not a little bitty baby. Like Arnold was when I first got him. He wasn't even 2 feet long when I got him. So he's more than doubled in size. And he likes to eat them groceries. And when they're babies and they're young like this, you can't overfeed them. And with my videos, I don't just let them strike and kill. I like to leave it running, so you see the whole process. The hunt, the strike, the kill, the swallowing, all of it. So if you just want the exciting part of, or whatever you want to call exciting, most people, they just want to see it. They want to see it kill it. Yeah, let's kill it. Once it's dead, they're not interested anymore. But me, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are like me, and they want to see the whole process. I definitely like the whole process. Let's see if I can adjust this up a little bit. Maybe even zoom in a little more. Ooh, that's a lot more. Let's go right about there. What a beautiful snake. And Arnold, he's super mellow. I like to get him out because he's so beautiful. He's going to be for show. He's not for sale. Most of the snakes I have are not for sale. I do have some. I do sell them here and there. But most of the ones that I have right now are basically for show. And so I like to get him, like Arnold, I like to get him out periodically and make sure that he's used to being handled. And like most snakes, you got to be careful with the snake when you reach into his cage. And that's the reason also it makes no sense to get a snake out and feed it somewhere besides its cage on a regular basis, because then when you get the snake out and you want to handle it, you've already got a feeding response, because you already taught that snake that when you get him out of his cage, it's time to eat. And that's just a bad idea. Since you have to be careful reaching into a snake's cage anyway, you might as well feed him in there, so that when he gets out, he's not expecting to eat. So I don't know who came up with the idea of getting snakes out and feeding them somewhere besides their cage, because that don't even make sense. That's like stupid. It's a good way to get bit. Yeah. That's barely a mouthful for him. That'll tide him over for a week. And maybe next week, that's when I'm going to feed that great big male to him. And that male rat is huge. Y'all make sure you like and subscribe. I need the subscriptions. I can use it. It sure will help this channel to grow if you guys would make sure you don't just watch it and don't subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. All you gotta do is click that little white bird down there in that bottom right corner. You can see Loki, that little... Well, he wasn't little. I don't have Loki anymore, so that's in memory of Loki. Wow. Oh, Arnold, he could eat 2 or 3 of them things easy. Wow, that's beautiful. It's like you can watch that rat sliding all the way down his body. Look at that. Ain't that cool? See, and that's the reason I like to record it all the way through. Because it's cool to watch the rat slide all the way through their body like that. What a pretty boy. Arnold, you are one handsome fella. Look at that big old tongue. He's gonna be a giant. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all go.